Alright, we're back, carrying straight on from last week's episode. I haven't turned the game off. This is the same recording session. Like I said, we're starting out with some street racing.
Here are your first two team offers. Once you have chosen, you are with them for the season. The team target is what you need to achieve to fulfill your contract and bring in better offers season after season. Hit the team bonus for even more XP and more lucrative team offers.
Alright, so a BMW Mini or a I'm not sure. Oh, an Alpha. Yeah, I'm going with the Mini on the basis that it probably won't break down. XD, that was the meme. Right, so unlike touring car racing, we only have one race at each event, which is nice. Sponsor objectives, I'll be able to get those easy peasily. Yeah, a lot of those is just win one race and it will be fine. Teammate is Paul Koch, or Cock, if I want to be a bit of a not edgelord, just whatever. Got an achievement already. Oh, look at me, making gains, boys. Not sure how many races I'm going to do in this first episode. Especially because it's already 5 and like people will probably be home pretty soon. In future I'll get to recording earlier, but I just could not get the Elgato running. That's a thumbnail in my mind.
If you want to make a mark, then finish ahead of this guy.
Right. Practice, tuning. No qualifying, so there's no point doing anything. Especially because this is more of an arcade style game.
You're in position 12, and your teammate is 11th
Right,
on the grid.
me and Paul. Here we go. Now, an interesting part of this game, that I'm sure we all already know about, is that instead of your teammate just being another driver, like he was in the first grid, and you have to spend millions to get a driver that's any good. In this one, you can give your teammate orders. Nothing is detailed as Multi-21. This isn't Formula 1. But you can tell them to like try and move up the field, or defend the position for you, or anything of that sort of nature. You make them more aggressive and more defensive, essentially. So I'm probably going to completely ignore my teammate for a lot of this Let's Play, unless I really have to. Just because I don't like this system. I genuinely prefer it if my teammate was just another AI driver. Unfortunately for me, he is not. Anyway, Giuseppe? Our mate Romano. Romano over there. He's who I'm supposed to be passing. I got distracted and rear-ended him, but I did get him out of the way and get past, so it wasn't all bad. Right, I'm making my teammate go on an attack. He's in dead last right now, and it's embarrassing me. Tell you what, I'll probably treat the teammate thing as a gimmick, so when I'm in the lead I don't get bored. Right, up the inside of this Golf. Now chasing a Focus. I'm pretty sure I'm making my teammate work too hard. I probably should have just kept him in balance and he might have been able to move up the field, but because I've told him to be aggressive, he's crashed a bunch. Yeah, thought so. Just as I said that. I'm a racing prodigy, my teammate not quite so good. Anyway, my favourite overtaking spot on this track. Didn't quite make it happen that time because I didn't rear-end the guy first. Bit of a bump up the inside. It was Need for Speed Shift I was playing yesterday, but I was going to say something about how I rear-ended that first guy out of the way, but I couldn't remember what game it was I was making reference to. But it's Need for Speed Shift, where you can get like XP points for knocking people out of the way and stuff. I'm going to play that at some point, I think, because my copy of the original Forza Motorsport that I bought doesn't work, so I'm going to replace it with Shift in my schedule of Let's Plays, which I have written down on a notepad, so it doesn't even matter if I write it down or not. I mean, tell you about my schedule, because because you have no way of looking at it, because it's on a notepad in my room, and not like some sort of digitized list somewhere, and also because I change it every like 2 days. There we go. I figure out the handbrake button on the last lap, which would definitely have helped me get around that hairpin faster. This is San Francisco, but it doesn't feel like the San Francisco from the other two Grid games. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe this is more of a novice track than the one that they give you a crash course in Grid 1, in the Dodge Viper. I hope he doesn't look too close, or he might notice I'm not. I don't have a bonnet on my car. Yeah, well, I always feel like a dickhead when like I screw my teammates over, but it happens. Anyway, easily completed most of that. Already making gains in terms of XP. Right, it's just like a touring car championship on the first grid. You go to San Fran and then you go to Washington. The music on the first grid wasn't quite as bouncy though. Hey, he said my name. I mean, obviously he said my name, but it's always fun when they say your name. Raven West don't even bother with low disciplines like this, apparently. I'm going to have to work up to the point where I can challenge him. Alright, this time, I'm going to work hard to not screw my teammate over. He's in first place, so I'm just going to leave him unbalanced and let him run his own race. He's already down to second. I don't need a flashback, just a bit of a side swipe, relax. Alright, this section was in the first grid, I think. I'm not sure it was at Washington, though, although it probably was, but I recognise this stuff. Damn right I'm keeping up with the pace. I'm setting the pace, even though I'm down in 7th. Well, the woman did say that every overtake was a gamble. Yeah, he's slipping down the order. Let's make him go a bit quicker. He just tried to crush me. Did the stewards not notice? Actually, it's probably better if the stewards turn a blind eye to this whole racing business, because they would not be happy. Alright. How am I going to screw over my teammate's career? Oh, he did it himself. In order to get past him. Well, maybe he just wasn't cut out for being a front runner. I'll probably get like stronger teammates as it goes on, so I don't have to feel bad. His bio did say that he needed to work on his aggression or whatever to be a good driver, so.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Wait, that looks like a Raven West car. Excuse me for a minute. I'm not sure that's a Golf. That's a... Yeah, it is a Golf. It's a Golf R. That Mini looks a bit Raven Westy to me, but I'm not sure from this distance. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Either way, I'm going to be coming past him on this lap so I can find out. Was it a Raven West car? No, I don't think so. No. Hopefully, at some point in this Let's Play, I'm going to be able to, when I get to the top, Raven West will be like, he's a good driver, he is, and sign me. But, I don't think that'll be coming for quite a while.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and over. Great win. What a win. First place.
I really don't have a lot of hard drive space for recording, so... Anyway, done with everything except the leader lap one. Should I try and do a championship in each episode? Oh, going all the way to Dubai now. And something changed. It changed to a coupe, I think. Oakley Motorsport now lead the standings. Yeah, look, I think it said hot hatch or something before, but it's changed. This I will recognise from Grid 2.
Currently first in the driver standings. You're looking
Oh, there is a Raven West car.
right now.
Well, that Mini obviously was Raven West then.
Try to beat Owen Cook to really create a gap.
Yeah, might as well try and complete a championship in each episode.
You're in position 12, and your teammates on pole.
Alright, good. Teammate on pole, give him a chance. It's changed my camera.
Keep this form going. You're top of the standings.
Now hopefully no one walks in on me recording. If they do, it will be embarrassing, but they shouldn't do. Ooh, bit of a drift. Oh, now everyone's crossing over the track. I was going to try and... Oh, why am I in the BMW, not the Honda Integra? And why is this thing drifting every bloody way? I thought I chose street because I didn't like drifting like it said that I'd have to do in the tuner events. Oh, Paul is killing it though at the front. Yeah, none of these races can hold a candle to his Sim Simmer. As I push it into third. Oh. Whoa, drifting a little bit. Right, Paul, go.
I've asked your teammate to
Yeah, hold first, Paul. Hold first. Good lad. Whoa. Careful of me though, mate.
work on the first lap. You're in second place.
Here we go. Alright, leading. Go back to being balanced. Oh no, Paul's already slipped down to third, but I want him to get a podium. Still can't keep the rear end in line through the slow corners, but that's not too much of an issue, especially not with grid. I'm just going to do my best to disappear at the front and get that final sponsor objective of leading a full lap, so I can finish getting all of the sponsor objectives. And then in the final race of the championship, I don't know what I'm going to do to pass the time. I can't remember what difficulty I set the AI to. I think it was hard. So, you know, I could have put it up to very hard, but I don't want to be restarting races all the time. Because, above all, this is a YouTube series, so... And, like, I don't like repeating the same race over and over anyway, which seems a bit backwards because a lot of racing is just going around in circles. But I don't want to do, like, the exact same race over and over. You know what I mean. It's like dying on a Mario level, having to do it again and again. And you'd really like for there to be some kind of power-up that will make you invincible, perhaps. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about the assisted steering and stuff on Mario Kart 8 either. Because, like, on one hand, kart races are objectively for babies. So, like, they deserve a bit of a helping hand. And actually, it will help people get into the game, and then racing games as a general, hopefully. Because, like, having more people playing racing games is always a good thing. I'm starting to sound a little bit like Jim Sterling, but I do watch him. I don't think our politics line up particularly, but I can still respect his videos and stuff. Paul dropped all the way to 7th. Jesus. Hang on, we've got some new sponsor objectives. Hey, 3SDM dewing us there. I definitely led for a full lap. Right, one more race for me to prove it to them, I guess. Yeah, so the assisted steering on Mario Kart 8, I don't think really an issue. It'll be a problem if they start... I mean, actually, Forza had, like, assisted steering and stuff, so... Then again, Forza is, by a large margin, a lot more obscure than Mario Kart. It's still very mainstream, though. But, you know, Nintendo games, very popular. Alright, my announcer guy didn't tell me anything about Nathan McCain and his buddy, who I admittedly didn't read. Although Nathan McCain's teammate changes a lot, but Nathan McCain is eternal. But the guy he drives with changes quite often. Just gonna nudge my way up to the front. My plan is to try and leave McCain in my dust. But I'm not sure how well that's going to go. Uh-oh. Not well at all, apparently. First proper flashback of this Let's Play so far. I didn't really need it, but used it anyway. I've completely forgotten where we are, by the way. Alright, I don't know why the flashback symbol just came up there. I think we're in Paris. Oops. Or Europe somewhere. Why is it keep telling me to flashback?
Okay, Joe, on to lap 2. You're keeping up with the pace.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with the pace. I'm moving up the field. Not like my buddy Paul leading the race. Again, he's probably going to choke it. Let's be fair, but while he is leading, let's all be happy for him. He deserves it. Like, I can tell him what to do, but he can't tell me what to do. So, you know, he deserves to get something back out of this whole agreement. Maybe I should grant him the race win. Nah, I'm alright. Right, I want to be in the lead before we start lap 3, so that I can definitely get in my full 1 lap lead. Okay, never mind.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Paul, we gotta be very careful. Alright, just a bit of a nudge. I'm gonna go around your outside. Alright? Perfect. Well done. Masterfully executed, everyone. Oh. One of my wheels just locked up and I didn't even brake, so I'm not sure what happened there. Getting so close to the stands, the crowd could touch me. I'd rather they didn't. That might upset the car. Paul, push to get that position back. Alright, go back into balance. Don't crash it around this corner. Come on, Paul. Second place. Push. Push for it. Just one corner. You can do it. Get it back from Michael. Attack him. Go, go, go. Oh, wait. It's not the last lap. Quick, go back to balanced. Yeah, push for second place, Paul. Come on. You can beat this Michael bloke. This Mr. Anderson. As it were. Okay, never mind. Go back to balance till you're going to crash out. Make sure you don't get overtaken by Wang Long.
Looks like Nathan McCain has crashed.
McCain has crashed. And the first time I recognize a Raven West driver, he crashes out. This bodes well, I think. In terms of me being better than Raven West. Although this entire field is better than Raven West, and this is like a beginner event, so. Go on, Michael, push it, hold the third. Now, I hope Nathan McCain recognises me from when I schooled him in 2007. In terms of, I wasn't playing Grid in 2007. That was a stupid thing to say. Oakley, take the team championship. Everything completed. Not quite up to level 2. But that's the end of my first season.
Great season. Your team will be
Oh,
happy.
we did level up.
You did everything they asked, and that's a clear message to the other teams that you mean business.
I do mean business, thank you. The achievements are rolling in. So, that was my first championship of the GRID Autosport Let's Play. I'm probably going to be doing like one more street racing championship before I have to move on to something else to unlock that GRID Grand Slam sort of event it looks like there.
You had a great first season. By completing the team targets, you've caught the attention of some of the bigger teams. They'll be offering more and expecting more. Carry on in your chosen discipline, or try something new for the season ahead.
Right.
You can carry on with what you have started, or branch out to other disciplines for your next season.
Right. Anyway, next week. Probably going to do this Street Circuit League here. This I unlocked when I leveled up, so I might ignore it for a little while and just do level 1 races for a little bit. But that was my first championship of the GRID Autosport Let's Play. My first, well, end of the second episode, but the first episode doesn't really count. I'm going to try and be more chill in terms of this series, because I've got 1 or 2 series going on right now where I get pretty angry and mad, namely my 2 PS2 series I've got going on. But those are different series, those don't matter right now. What matters is GRID Autosport. A little bit more next week. Yeah.